Hey everyone, this is Molly with FitFab FODMAP, and I don't know if you guys know, but April is IBS Awareness Month, and I thought I haven't shared my story of my FODMAP and IBS journey, so what better time than the present? Okay, so first I want to share some wild IBS awareness facts, which I was blown away by. So there's about 30 to 45 million people in the United States, and 10 to 15% are affected by IBS, and those are the ones that are diagnosed. So if you don't know, IBS stands for irritable bowel syndrome, and it's not a sexy name, and it makes you think about bad bathroom situations, but really it's a pretty debilitating illness. It's said that one out of every 7 people are affected by it, and out of that 1 in 7, the majority are women. Also, it's the leading cause in work absentees, which doesn't surprise me, and also affects people socially, professionally. It can be pretty debilitating for many people. And I think one of the hardest parts about it is that people aren't comfortable talking about IBS and sharing with others, which can be really isolating. So with that said, let's just talk about all the fun stuff. So I started having a lot of IBS symptoms in college. I went to school at the University of Arizona, and first I thought it was a dairy issue, and then I just started having a lot of stomach pains and discomfort. When I graduated from college and I started working with my first job, it got a lot worse. And my doctor and my coworkers were blaming it on stress and a change, but I knew there was something else going on. So fast forward, many different doctors getting advice such as not eating fruits and vegetables, and just feeling really helpless. I started doing a lot of my own research. I was in my early 20s, going out a lot, dating, and having an upset stomach, which for me, it meant diarrhea. For a lot of people with IBS, it's either diarrhea or constipation. And it started freaking me out, being social and being out. So it went from not just affecting my stomach to affecting my social life. And it's hard to talk about because if someone doesn't have stomach issues, they just don't really get it. So I finally found a doctor at Memorial Hermann who asked me if I had heard of the FODMAP diet. And I hadn't. I thought he said food, I'd heard MAP, I didn't know what he was talking about. He wrote it down, he said go home and look it up. I looked it up and it sounded pretty overwhelming. It was a diet that's based in Australia, and he said read about it and let's make an appointment with you and our dietitian. So fast forward, rewind actually, this was probably 4 years ago, which is crazy, but I met with Gabriella Gardner, who's now my dear friend, co-author, dietitian, but back then she put me on this journey of the FODMAP diet. And I think what the biggest surprise was, after years of being on different probiotics and muscle spasm medicines and the works, just by making changes in my diet, my bloating and diarrhea and gas, it really started going away. And so I'm not here to say that the FODMAP diet's gonna cure everyone, but for 80% of patients that try the diet, they get relief. So for me, it was worth taking that risk of doing, the elimination diet and figuring out what I was triggered with, and it all clicked. I used to eat apples and my stomach would bloat instantly, and I just thought there was something wrong with me, because who doesn't feel good when they eat an apple? But if you look at the list, apples are high FODMAP. So it was an aha moment for me, which answered a lot of my gut issues. So I don't know, I just thought it was important to share with you guys how I found the diet and how it's really changed my life, and I really hope the same for you guys. That's what it's about, right? And so the month of April, you think of Passover and Easter and spring and flowers, but hey, let's think about IBS too, right? All right, thank you guys. See you later.